Shock, horror, and heartbreak in Metro Detroit and across the country right now as we learn more about that deadly mid-air collision. Thank you for joining us today at 5. I'm Glenda Lewis.
And I'm Mike Duffy. Every hour, we're learning more about some of the 67 people presumed dead. That includes former world champion figure skaters Evgenia Shishkova and Vadim Naumov of Russia.
Here's what we're learning today. At least 28 bodies have been pulled from the Potomac River so far. That includes all 3 Army soldiers who piloted the helicopter. The Army says their crew was fairly experienced and had flown that route before. We're also learning many of the victims were athletes, coaches, and parents affiliated with the U.S. figure skating team on their way home from training camp in Wichita, Kansas.
The NTSB is now investigating the cause of the crash. This, as an FAA report obtained by the Associated Press finds the air traffic control tower was short-staffed at the time of the crash, with one controller working 2 positions.
We have team coverage right now, starting with Scripps News national reporter Patrick Terpstra. Patrick.
With the search for survivors in the Potomac River now declared officially over, the National Transportation Safety Board begins the long work of determining what went so wrong.
We do have a lot of information, but we need some time to verify that.
What's known, an Army Black Hawk helicopter collided midair with an American Eagle flight from Wichita, Kansas, preparing to land on a secondary runway at Reagan National Airport. All 64 people aboard the plane and the 3 soldiers in the Black Hawk are presumed dead in the crash. The Defense Department says the helicopter was on a routine training flight.
The military does dangerous things. It does routine things on the regular basis. Tragically, last night, a mistake was made. There was some sort of an elevation issue that we have immediately begun investigating.
At the same news conference, President Trump speculated on the cause of the crash, saying without any evidence that diversity, equity, and inclusion programs dangerously weakened air traffic control staff.
How you can come to the conclusion right now that diversity had something to do with this crash?
Because I have common sense, okay? And unfortunately, a lot of people don't.
The disaster unfolded on a clear but dark moonless night in one of the busiest airspaces in the nation, where military aircraft at low altitude often fly close to a constant stream of takeoffs and landings at National Airport.
Many of us have expressed real worries about this congestion for some time. I don't know whether that was a factor or not in what happened last night, but it is something that I'm worried about.
Among the 67 victims, members of the Skating Club of Boston, including 2 former Russian figure skating Olympians. Patrick Terpstra, Scripps News, Reagan National Airport.